Hello, I'm Dango Rose. Welcome to the Mountaineer Podcast, where everybody's listening. The Mountaineer brings you the latest news of the Peak to Peak region, in print, online, through our podcast, social media, and special publications. Now, listen in to the latest news of the area with our local journalists.
Welcome back to the Mountaineer Podcast, where everybody's listening. I'm Barbara Hardt.
And I'm Doug Armitage. Thanks for joining us. During October, we are revamping our podcast a bit. Please hang in there as we navigate what listeners are asking for and how we can provide that. The intro music is provided by Andy Thorn to celebrate his new solo album. Check it out online at www.andythornmusic.com.
This episode is brought to you by Brightwood Music, Hardt's Backhoe, Stage Stop Backyard, and of course, the Mountaineer newspaper.
Our first story of the week is brought to you by Jamie Lammers, who will be interviewing local musician Andy Thorn.
Hello, my name is Jamie Lammers, and this is my interview with local musician Andy Thorn.
Hey, I'm Andy Thorn, the banjo player from Leftover Salmon from Boulder, Colorado.
And I hear that you have got a new solo album coming out very soon. Is that correct?
That's right. It's out now.
Talk a little bit more about the album in general.
It's kind of exciting because it's really different for me. It's mostly clawhammer banjo. And if you don't know what that is, it's when you play without picks on, and it's kind of more of a rhythmic style. And it's something I started doing here in the yard when I would record little videos at sunrise or playing for a fox that would stop by a lot. So it's most of these songs I've kind of made up in these little videos that I started doing during the pandemic when I was stuck at home all the time, and people seemed to really like them, so I turned them into an album.
Leading up to this album, what do you think you're most excited for about releasing it and being able to show these official recordings to people, all that kind of stuff?
Well, one of the songs off of this album was in a video that my wife took of me playing when a fox walked by and listened, and that video went pretty viral on the internet, which led to all these people asking, what song is this? And I want to listen to this. So it's kind of cool. It's finally out there for all those folks to listen to, and that's kind of what the album is based around. And then there's a bunch of other similar little songs, and I'm glad just to have an instrumental album out that it's kind of more relaxing rather than high energy bluegrass like we're used to.
In general, do you have any shows coming up?
They're on my website, andythornmusic.com. Yeah, so I will have some copies of the new album available at our Boulder Theater's Thanksgiving shows. We're going to be there for 2 nights, the Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving. But you can also get them on my website at andythornmusic.com. That's the easy place to grab them.
In regards to being able to perform live as well, what are some of your favorite aspects about being able to do that and share music like this live with a crowd?
It's really fun to play for yourself, but it's even more fun to play when other people are enjoying it. And that's why we got into it in the first place. Just to see people enjoying it is the best feeling. And after the pandemic, it's great to be out there playing to crowds again. And it seems like everyone's in super high spirits this year at festivals.
Is there anything in general that you hope audiences take away from your shows or from the upcoming album or any of your music in general?
From my new album, I really hope people just can enjoy banjo music that don't always enjoy it. That was something I noticed in the videos I make with the kind of more relaxing clawhammer style. A lot of people said, oh, I never thought I liked banjo before, but now I'm rethinking that and I'm really digging these sounds. So it's kind of not for the hardcore bluegrass fan, but it's for these people that aren't necessarily banjo fans, and I think they can really enjoy it. And if you come to a live salmon show, you are definitely going to go home feeling better than you did before. Or what does Vince say? I hope you feel better now than you did when you got here. That's not exactly it, but come out and see us, and you guys will have your spirits lightened.
Is there just anything else in general about the album or about any shows coming up or just anything in general that you want to add?
Just that, yeah, we'll be at the Boulder Theater Thanksgiving weekend. Grab the album on my website, and that's about it.
I think those are all the big questions I have on my end.
Okay.
I want to thank you so much for coming on board and joining us for the podcast. This was really awesome.
Cool. Thanks a bunch, man.
Thank you so much to Andy for coming on board and joining us for the podcast. Be sure to check out his brand new album, Songs of the Sunrise Fox, wherever you stream or purchase music.
Thanks, Jamie. Now to the news desk.
In the past several weeks, we have been digging into local election coverage. All candidate profiles are available to read on our website for free. And you can also check out the latest on newsstands across the region or subscribe online for just $6 per month. As well, we have our weekly music column, the only print music listing to cover the entire peak-to-peak region. We also have several Keep It Local features of Gilpin County and Nederland, our normal government coverage, stories of life in the mountains, our weekly nature column, and much, much more.
For our next story, Jamie Lammers interviews Andy Reiner, co-creator of the Haunted Stage Stop. Take it away, Jamie.
Hello, my name is Jamie Lammers, and this is my interview with Andy Reiner, co-creator of the Haunted Stage Stop.
Hi, my name is Andy Reiner, and I am a co-creator of the Haunted Stage Stop Haunted House happening this Halloween season in Rollinsville on the Peak to Peak, bringing Halloween cheer to the mountains.
And so for those who don't know, can you explain what this haunted house event is?
Yeah, so haunted houses, also known as haunted attractions, are really unique events where we celebrate Halloween in a fun way that brings the community together. Essentially, what we do with Haunted Stage Stop is, and this is our third time doing it, as sort of a traveling haunted house. My wife, Dr. Joy Adams, and I, we just take actually haunted places and turn them into haunted house experiences. So in 2020, we did Haunted Ferncliff in Allens Park. Last year, we did Spooky Grass at the Gold Hill Inn. And with this year at the Stage Stop, we'll have 3 different floors, plus the yard, filled with ghosts and monsters. And so attendees will go on the walking tour and meet some ghosts.
How long ago did the haunted house start, and how did it come to be?
Yeah, so a couple years ago, Joy and I were scare acting in other professional haunted houses in the Denver area, and we moved to Allens Park into the mountains and found a bunch of actually haunted cabins, and it was the right moment before they were renovated to just enhance the spookiness and show people just how weird and creepy it was. So it worked great. We had a big response. We raised several thousands of dollars for the Allens Park Fire Department, and since then, we have a lot of skeletons in the closet. So last year we collaborated with the Gold Hill Inn to do a bluegrass music festival invaded by zombies theme. And this year we're in an amazing situation with the people who are renovating the stage, who are also the same people as Gold Dirt Distillery in Rollinsville. They're renovating it to make it safe. This building was built in 1868, and there's been a lot of problems with the structure, so it requires fixing, which is why it's not open to the public yet. This is actually going to be the first time that people are allowed inside the building since it was last opened. So things are getting fixed up, and it's the perfect moment to, again, enhance the already haunted, already creepy atmosphere with a couple props and some, we call them scare actors, and send people through and hope they have a blast. The other amazing thing about collaborating with Gold Dirt is because they're a distillery, they're able to serve cocktails made from booze that they've distilled, and it gives us a place for people to congregate and hang out. So it's more of an event than just walk through and leave. We're also collaborating this year with the Timberline Fire Protection District, which we're thrilled to have them in the neighborhood. A lot of those people people are volunteers, hardworking people donating their time to save our neighborhoods from burning down. So we're able to give a third of the profits to them, and we're thrilled to have their support in this project. And the details of this may change, but I believe we will have firefighters on site, and they may be serving hot chocolate, and they may have a bonfire. That's not confirmed, though. We're still working out the details.
Since the time the haunted house has really started as a whole, what do you think has been your favorite part about being able to host an event like this and see people come through it?
Well, again, we really just love bringing the community together. My wife, Joy, and I are new Gilpin County residents, and we have met more neighbors and friends through the process of creating this event than we have by a lot. So it really builds our community, but it also gives our neighbors a really great way to celebrate Halloween in this peak-to-peak zone. Most of the other events like this are down the hill in Denver. So also, this is just a weird time for a lot of reasons, but we really want to focus on what we have in common, and everybody can agree on Halloween and supporting the fire department. So our hope is that no matter what you believe, maybe you believe in ghosts, and you can be our friend.
And so is that kind of what you're hoping people will take away from the event?
Yeah, we want them to have fun. We want them to be scared. We want them to be screaming. We want them falling on their friends. Yeah, there's nothing like getting scared, and there's a lot of ways to do it. You can go ride a roller coaster. You can watch a horror movie. But when you come to a haunted house event, it's interactive and it's live, and every experience is a little different. There's a chaos element. So every time is different, and we just hope people have a great time and come together in Rollinsville.
Else about the haunted house or the event in general that you want to add?
Yeah, so we do get a lot of questions about, is this appropriate for families? Is this appropriate for children? Is this appropriate for my child? All kinds of variations on that, and we have a very simple answer. We are going to do our best to scare everybody who comes through the doors. So it is up to the parent to make those decisions. We have nothing too crazy, but we have body parts. We have zombies. So if you think your kid is ready, we would love to scare them. And kids love it. I think kids and families are some of the most fun groups that come through. So we're all for it. Would you bring a baby? Maybe not. But we're just here to help bring people together. And maybe I'd call it a PG-13 movie rating. Yeah, the fire department stuff is super important. I do want to say we are cat owners. We have 2 cats. One is a black cat who celebrates Halloween all year round. His name is Capo. He can meow in all 12 keys. And when we see our cats find a mouse, it becomes a haunted house for that mouse. And these little cute furry animals who love us so much become these wild and crazy monsters, which is a little disturbing, but pretty interesting and part of life. So if you come to Haunted Stage Stop, will you be the mouse? Or, as one of our zombies said to me the other day, this is a Shakespearean zombie apparently. To be or not to be, eaten by me, that is the question. Yeah, so Gold Dirt Distillery is open the whole time that we're open. They'll be serving cocktails. There's going to be a food truck every night, and we really love this kind of resurgence of Rollinsville businesses. So Howling Winds may be open serving beers, and people should come check out Melt Coffee during the daytime for some amazing locally roasted coffee. Yeah, Rollinsville is coming back. We're thrilled to be a part of it. We definitely also want to thank Judd at the Stage Stop and Gold Dirt and the fire department and the county for saying yes to this crazy idea. It's going to be a blast. People should go to hauntedstagestop.com to buy tickets. We're open 5 nights, October 21st, 22nd, 28th, 29th, and also Monday, Halloween night, October 31st. I will say that the final tour of each night will be very special. And we can't say how, but the final tour is only for the brave, and they're going to get a super unique experience that nobody else gets. Also, like, what makes us different from everything else out there is if you go down to Denver, you're going to wait in a big line with hundreds or thousands of people, probably to walk through a warehouse with really thin walls and a bunch of animatronics. When you come to Haunted Stage Stop, it's just going to be you and the people you came with. You won't see any other groups. You're not walking through in a conga line where you see everything that's about to happen to you to a random stranger you don't know in front. We're just doing everything we can to give everyone the best possible experience when they come through. Oh, and we do have several staircases involved. There are several sets of stairs due to the nature of the building. So for whatever it's worth, I guess that's worth mentioning. There are several sets of staircases. There's some uneven ground, and it's both indoors and outdoors. If someone shows up who's disabled, we will do our best to accommodate them, but they might only be able to experience the first floor. Yeah, hopefully I described it good enough without giving too much away.
I think those are all the big questions I had on my end about the haunted house and all that.
Cool. Amazing. Thanks so much again. I appreciate you talking to us. I'll be excited to see you when you come through, but I'll be a little less friendly. All I can say about my character is you'll know it's me because I'll have big ears.
Thank you so much to Andy for coming on board and joining us for the podcast. The Haunted Stage Stop, located at 60 Main Street in Rollinsville, will happen on October 21st, 22nd, 28th, 29th, and 31st, 2022. Tickets are available now at hauntedstagestop.com.
Thanks, Jamie. Did you know every week you can check out the latest Backdoor Theater movie on their website at www.thebackdoortheater.org.
Friends, the Gilpin County Democrats hold monthly meetings in person on the fourth Thursday of each month at the Gilpin County Library from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Contact gilpindemschair@gmail.com with questions.
The Gilpin County Republican meetings are on the first Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. at the Gilpin County Library. You can contact them at gcrcgilpin@gmail.com.
Fall is here, and Brightwood Music in Nederland has cases to protect your instrument. They also have strings, reeds, books, accessories, and much, much more. Brightwood has what you need for the musician in your life. Brightwood Music is family-owned and operated and has been a Nederland staple for all of your music needs since 2009. They are located at 20 East Lakeview Drive, Unit 109 in Nederland, and can be reached at 303-258-8863. Check them out on Facebook at Brightwood Music.
Peak-to-peak musicians and artists, the Mountain Ear is looking for you. We're looking for our November and December featured musicians. Would you like a feature story in the Mountain Ear print, online, and podcast? These are all completed through email, phone calls, or occasional in-person interviews with our journalists. Interested? Check out our contact information at the end of the podcast.
Are you interested in being a podcast sponsor? We have sponsorships available starting at $30 per week. Podcast reaches a different audience than the print or online edition of The Mountain Ear.
Did you know the Gilpin County and Nederland area seniors have their scheduled events in print in the Mountain Ear each week? Looking for meals, movies, grocery shopping, and more? It's right there between pages 4 and 5 each week.
Thanks, friends. And don't forget to pick up this week's edition of The Mountain Ear in print in multiple locations across the Peak to Peak, from Allens Park to Central City and Blackhawk, with all of the communities and canyons in between. To contact The Mountain Ear, email info@themountainear.com or call 303-810-5409. And that's all for this episode of the Mountain Ears podcast.
All editions of the Mountain Ear podcast, print newspaper, and the latest news are always available on our website at www.themountainear.com. Thanks, everyone. I'm Doug Armitage.
And I'm Barbara Hardt. Until next time, thanks for listening.
And that's it for our show. Subscribe online to get more access to more news, weekly updates to our community calendar, and a link to our YouTube channel by visiting themountaineer.com. Be sure to use the coupon code podcast when subscribing for a 10% discount, only available to our listeners. If you are in the local Peak to Peak area, be sure to pick up a print edition of The Mountaineer at a local business. I'm Dango Rose. Thank you for listening.